Good day, everyone. I'd like to welcome you back to Virtue and Vice. I have to admit that one of the vices that I had for a period of time was not wanting to have anything to do with church. I'm sure, like many of you, I had some bad experiences in church. I won't bore you with any details, but people in church, they'll let you down. It happens. So I allowed that to taint my thinking about church. And after a period of time, I realized that in spite of everything that happened in church, that I needed the church more than what the church needed me. And to be specific, one thing that I recognized that I needed on a regular basis was the Eucharist. Now, for we Catholics, the Eucharist is everything. We believe it's actually the body and blood of the Lord. If it weren't that, I would think I would be a lot like Flannery O'Connor, who said that if it's just a symbol, she said, to hell with it. And that's kind of where I'm coming from, too. But what the church says is what Jesus said. This is my body. This is my blood. And we need him. We need his body and blood. In fact, it's compared to having our daily bread. I came to realize, in spite of the fact that I was hurt by church in many ways, I needed the church. I needed the sacrament of communion. I mean, if it's just grape juice or a piece of unleavened bread, a little wafer, I could take it or leave that. But when I really began to look into John chapter 6, and John chapter 6, that's the place where Jesus speaks of eating his flesh and drinking his blood. And people, they took him quite literally, and they turned away. Many of them turned away from him. And Jesus, at that point, he didn't say, well, no. You get me wrong. Before you go away, come back, because I'm just talking symbolically here. No, he didn't say that at all. He was serious about eating his flesh, drinking his blood. And the only way we can really understand that is to put it together with the synoptic gospels, where Jesus gives us the Last Supper. And when we look at 1 Corinthians, where Paul speaks of our partaking of the Eucharist as being a participation, a koinonia, in the body and blood of the Lord. That doesn't make any sense unless you believe that something substantial happened there. And the Eucharist is our daily bread. I came to realize I missed that. I mean, we went back to a church that entertained people well. There was a nice worship chorus. It was very worshipful and emotional, and the pastor had a very relevant message. But the body and blood of the Lord wasn't there. Now I try to partake of the Eucharist on a regular basis, and what a privilege it is to partake of the body and blood of the Lord. I need the church more than the church needs me. Thanks be to God for his indescribable gift.